I'm Joe from Cheap Joe's, and I'm here tonight with Bob Burridge. And we have had the best couple of weeks
We're
here.
in trouble already.
Bob taught a workshop here a week long, 2 weeks ago, and this week he has done a DVD on his painting and work and a DVD on marketing.
That's cool.
That will be available very soon. And Bob, we're just so glad to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
And
you know.
everybody in your class just loves it. I'm telling you.
Well,
they just rave about your class, and I don't get it. I mean,
I don't get it either.
You'll have to help me. What is it?
Well, I throw a lot of water on them.
Throw a lot of water on them.
And I'm trying to put a whole lot of water on this. It still hasn't grown yet. But we get them to paint the way they've always wanted to paint. You know, you can take a lot of art lessons and read all the books, you know, but that's somebody else's techniques. But I try to get them to paint the way they have always wanted to paint.
Yeah, you know, I've sat in your class and watched. You have a way of bringing the very best out in people. I mean, I know you're humble and you're going to say, but you do. You really do. And you make all of us want to go buy all of this stuff and do the things you do.
Well, you know, again, I try to get them to relax, and actually we goof around, as you can possibly tell.
Oh, there's so much laughter.
Well, we laugh because, you know, it makes you feel a little more creative. You know, you're not so uptight. It makes them breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
I remind them to breathe because there's no one right way of doing this whole thing. You know, I said, I want you to paint the way you've always wanted to paint.
Right.
So, and I show them some techniques that work for me, and I'm goofing around all the time too. And they see me laughing and goofing with them, and then hopefully it makes them relax a little bit more too.
Oh, they love it. Now, in your class, they actually take home finished paintings, don't they?
Oh yeah, we only paint in a couple of hours. Within a couple of hours, they take pieces home. We've actually had people come in from the street. Believe it or not, they come in from the street and they come right up to the students and they say, "I want to buy that." And they're buying their paintings right in the class. They take them home. They're still wet, and they sign them
off. Yeah.
And it pays for their workshop, which is kind of great. And so, yeah, it's all about self-esteem anyway.
Absolutely. Now, we're working this week in acrylic. Mostly acrylic?
We're doing mostly acrylic, and if it dissolves in water, we're going to paint with it.
Right.
You know, I like tempera. I like all the oils. I like oils, I love acrylics, I love watercolors, and I say, if you're a painter, you're a painter. There's no one specific kind of painting. And I love them all, too.
Right.
But this week, this week we're doing acrylics.
Very good. Well, you do a great job. Now, you tell us about your website. You have a newsletter.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I love your newsletter. It's great.
It comes up every month. Kate, my wife and marketing manager, we love to write it. I usually write it when I'm like 33,000 feet in the air when it's quiet in the airplanes.
Yeah.
But we have a newsletter that comes out every month. It automatically comes up on your screen. It's robertburridge.com, and you go on, you type that in, and it comes up on the screen, and you can sign in and log on and get that newsletter.
What's the news call now?
Well, am I really allowed to say it here?
Yeah, you're allowed to say it.
Well, we don't take ourselves too seriously.
Yeah.
We call it artsy fartsy news.
I love it.
And you know,
what a great name.
Well, if we laugh and you know, so there, you know, we don't take ourselves too seriously.
No, that's good.
And it's real lighthearted. And in the newsletter, we do a couple of studio techniques. I talk a little bit of some of the things that I do in my studio.
Sure.
And then Kate will write an article on art marketing. There's a section called Ask Kate, and a lot of people will email us and ask Kate very specific questions, and she responds and writes it in the newsletter, and we publish it. And we've been doing this now for about a year and a half, and so we tell people you can certainly sign up now.
Yeah.
And it's free. It comes up automatically, and you don't have to pay for a thing, and you can download it. And the best part about it, all the articles that I've written, you can index it and say, geez, how does Bob glue paper onto a canvas or something like that?
Right.
Type it in, and up comes the article, and you can download it. And I know a lot of my students, they've been putting them in 3-ring binders and saving them. So it's pretty thick. That's pretty
great.
cool. I love writing it.
Yeah, I went on today to your site, and I was amazed. 80 million people had logged on today. I mean, isn't this great?
I need to work on that more.
It's down a little bit, probably.
Yeah, we need to work on that whole thing. So,
you do such a great job in the workshop.
Well, I have my piece of the pie, and I want other students and painters out there to get their piece of the pie too. You know, I'm one of the fortunate ones to come down here to Cheap Joe's and paint. I've been doing this now for how many years have we been coming down here?
Golly.
And you're still talking to me. You're still
talking to you. Yeah. Still tickled to death to have you here.
The best part, of course, it's like a kid in the candy store. You go, you know, you paint in one room and you run over there and buy more art materials. And right now there's a sale, so you know they pay me to do this, as you know. Well, are you going to pay me this time?
No, not this time. We're paying Kate.
We're going to pay Kate.
We're going to pay Kate this time.
Well,
now you made a comment. One comment. I won't keep you much longer, but you did make a comment that there is a direct correlation between being a really good artist and the amount of material you buy in the store? Is there something?
If you buy at least $5,000 worth of paint,
That's what it was.
$5,000 worth of paint, you might get through the first week and do a couple of good paintings.
I just love it.
But it only lasts for about a week. Then
Right.
you got to go back.
You gotta
and
go
do
back
some
and buy
more.
$5,000
But
more.
also I start collecting coupons for me because you're so cheap.
Yeah.
You know, you are cheap. You know, and there's a reason why you got that name.
Yeah.
And so I don't get any of this stuff for free. You know.
No.
You know. You think I'm doing this for money today? No way. You know. And I'll never see a penny out of this interview. You know that. But I'm just doing this because I know I can steal from your place a whole lot when no one's looking. I'll go in there, I'll steal some, especially the stuff that's on sale. No one's looking.
Yeah.
So I'll steal a whole lot of stuff like that.
Well, this is the CBS Evening News. It's been great having you here. No, it has been great having you here, Bob.
Thanks.
Thank you for being here.
I love being here. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.